Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I've added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift. Playing with life. Playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagavan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion, and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha, Radhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation. Not just creation getting created. Even sustenance need to be created. Destruction need to be created. And pulling out of delusion need to be created. Liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase. Ishana Murti as 5 phase. Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase. Agora Murti as 5 phase. Tatpurusha Murti as 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase. Agora Murti has his 5 face. Vamadeva Murti has his 5 face. Satyojata Murti has his 5 face. Ishana Murti has his 5 face. All these 5 Murtis, five faces put together is 25 faces of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient Enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and Nithyananda Order of monks, nuns, Hindu diasporas, are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading, and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. First experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting, the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas form the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. When you choose your Guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Parameshivam, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the rishis, munis, ganas, nayanamars, alvars, and siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Parameshivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measured, measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state.
Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati for the power of Ashta Maha Shakti, the power of making it heavier, Garima power. Let's go to the powerful cognition from Bhagavad Gita Satsang.
No questions, only doubts. Today's subject is no questions, only doubts. By now, Arjuna has settled. All Arjuna's confusion has disappeared because of his cosmic experience in Visurupa Darshana Yoga. Because of the first-hand spiritual experience, all the doubts of Arjuna has disappeared. He achieved the depth, he achieved clear understanding. You can say he achieved the intensity. He has achieved the intensity of spiritual experience. Now, he's a new person. No more just intellectual doubts. No more just intellectual questions. Now he is coming to a point where he is totally ready to receive Krishna. Understand? As long as you have question, you will not receive the answer. Question is just defending yourself, defending your prejudice, defending your understanding. Doubt means person who is ready to digest the master, who is ready to receive the master, who is ready to imbibe the master. Whatever words comes out of him is doubt. Doubt makes master to express himself. Question makes master to close himself. Question is violence. Of course, almost all questions are violent. Please be very clear. The words which you express can be categorized into two. One is question, another one is doubt. Question means violent, arrogance. Just to express you know something or to defend what you know is truth. Most of the time, people question just to show that they know something. That they know something. I have seen people coming and asking me big statements, sentence. Swamiji, that Brahma Sutra says Brahman is beyond comprehension, Brahman is beyond understanding, Brahman is beyond the intellect. Is it not right? You can see this very question says, all he wants to know, all he wants to do is, he wants to show. He read Brahma Sutra and he understood, that's all. This statement, the whole thing is not a question. There is no question in it. The question without quest is question. Question with quest is doubt. Question with quest is doubt. Doubt without quest is question. Now Arjuna has come to a understanding. Because of his first-hand experience, he has come to the level of doubt. No more questions. He is not asking what is more beneficial for me. All that calculation has disappeared. The accounts has disappeared. He is not asking anymore what is best for me. Or he is not asking what is this kim tat brahma kimatyatmam kim karma purushottama. He is playing with words. He is just showing what he knows in the earlier chapters. Now, no more questions. This whole chapter, Arjuna is silent. Please understand, in the first chapter, whole chapter, Krishna is silent. The first chapter, whole chapter, Krishna is silent. Arjuna goes on and on and on, quoting all the dharmas, quoting all the traditional subjects. Always when a masters land on the planet Earth, this problem happens. Especially, see, innocent disciple is 1,000 times better than ignorant disciple. Small story. One guy goes to a music teacher and says, Master, I learnt music 4 years. Now I want to learn from you. How many years it will take? He says, it will take 6 years. Next guy comes, Master, I learnt music for 2 years. How many years it will take for me? He says, maybe 2 years. Third guy comes, Master, I have not learnt anything. I am fresh. How many years it will take for me? He says, no time. Simply you will pick up from me directly. You will directly imbibe me. You will just take me in your being. The big problem is, if you have learnt already, you need to do first thing, unconditioning or deconditioning. Here, whenever the masters land, they bring the same Shastra but with life. But what we read in books is just words. The same word, if you read in books, it will not give you any transformation. Let me be very clear, even my books, including my books. Somebody asked me, actually, I was dictating one of my book and the disciple was sitting and writing. One person who is helping me, he was sitting and writing. Suddenly in one spot he stopped me. Swamiji, please tell that statement clearly, I am not able to understand. I gave that statement clearly. Then he said, Swamiji, what is this? Just 3 chapters ago you made another one statement, now it is contradicting. It will confuse people. I told him, write what I say. Don't talk more. Then he asked me, if I myself get confused, naturally people will get confused. Then I have to tell the truth. What for you think I am writing books? To tell you honestly, let me be very clear. Books are just to create little confusion so that you will start searching. You will start seeking the truth in reality. No book can give you the truth. Books are created just to create just to create a little confusion in you so that you will start searching the reality. Logically confuse you. Books are techniques to logically confuse you. If you honestly, intensely read Gita from first chapter to last chapter, simply you will be confused. If you are not confused, be very clear, you are not read properly. No book can give you the truth. But the books are great inspiration. It will inspire you to search a living master. That is the only result. That's the only thing masters wanted. That is the only thing they wanted to achieve through books. So that when you are logically confused, you start searching a living master. But the difficulty is, there are some people who take books as an authority. Instead of living truth, they just start thinking intellectual knowledge is authority. And not only that, they start questioning. They start asking or demanding proof from the masters for their words based on these people their intellectual understanding. First thing, when I utter a word, the meaning which I give is different, and the meaning which you take is different. When I utter a word Atman, I use the Sanskrit dictionary. When you receive that word Atman, you use Oxford dictionary. Naturally the problem starts. If you are with a living master in my presence, you can always question me. You can always clarify. Or a living master knows, by seeing the face of a disciple, he knows whether he has understood or not. He will go for further explanation. Things can be much more clear, straight. But when you are playing with books, you are just playing with your mind. That is why people feel more comfortable with books than going and meeting a living master. Please understand, you are seeking, your spiritual seeking, whether it is a real seeking or just a game, how to measure. This is the scale. If you feel comfortable just playing with books and old masters' photographs, be very clear, your seeking is pseudo. Just time pass, good entertainment. Good entertainment. Sometimes you feel guilty, whole day sitting in front of TV, whole day doing something worldly. Especially Indians, from the young age somehow they are taught, always you should not be engaged in sense enjoyments. You should search a little bit of spirituality. So once in a while you get some book, some old master's photograph, and you try to play with both of them. Be very clear, it is pseudo. If you are honest, intense, you will feel deeply connected or more in tune, feel happy, feel settled with a living master. Find out whether your search is honest search or just entertainment. That's the first thing we need to do. Here, Arjuna has come to a level of maturity where no more intellectual questions, only doubts. Doubts are really great. Doubts are just a clear sign. You express, I am here to receive you. You put a big green signal. Doubts are green signals. Questions are red signal. With question, you just defend the master. You tell him, stop. Enough what you are speaking. First, reply for this. You try to bring the old intellectual words to defend the living energy. One more thing, when we can't practice, again, we question the authority of a person who is speaking. Here, Arjuna did everything. First, in the second chapter itself, the moment Krishna started speaking about the Atman, Nainan Chindanti Sastrani, Nainan Dagati Pavakaha, immediately Arjuna is asking, Sthita Prajnasya Kavasha. How an enlightened man will speak? Tell me the truth. What for he is asking? He wants to measure. With that scale, he wants to measure the Krishna, whether he is enlightened or not. It starts with violence, with questions, slowly, slowly, slowly. In the 9th chapter, when Krishna revealed the Rajavidya, Rajaguhyam, the ultimate secret that existence is intelligence, cosmic universe is intelligence, the doubts are cleared. The questions slowly started settling. Next, when he heard the glory of Krishna, slowly the love started happening. When Krishna showed the cosmic form, he experienced the truth. He experienced the truth. In the 9th chapter, intelligence started. In the 10th chapter, the devotion started. In the 11th chapter, being, the energy, experience happened. Now, almost all the questions have disappeared. Ramakrishna says beautifully, in a marriage ceremony, before the food is served, people all will be sitting in a row and talking. What is going on? What is happening? How much dowry was given? What all the puja, what all the vessels they made? What all the jewelries they made? What is happening? All the talks will go on. Once the food is served, slowly the sound will reduce. Once the curd rice is served, only you will hear the sound chup, 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 that's all. Nothing else. Only the sound of eating will be heard. Ramakrishna says, till you receive the experience, as long as you are reading the menu card, means only books, the talking, noise, sound will continuously go on. Once you started the experience, all the sounds will disappear. You will have only small, nothing else.
Let's go to the Shastra Pramana. Shastra Pramana are the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures.
It's taken from the Shiva Samhita 5.76 to 7a. Maranam ghādyate tena sakenapi na ghādyate tasya syat paramasiddhe animadi guna prada vayussanna chadate dehe rasavriddhir bhavet dhruvam आकाशपनकजगल्पीयूषमपि वर्धते मरणं खाद्यते तेन सकेनापि न खाद्यते तस्य स्यात् परमासिद्धिर् अनिमादिगुणप्रदा वायुः स न चरते देहे रसवृद्धिर्भवेत् ध्रुवम् आकाशपनकजगलप्तीयूषमपि वर्धते.
Beautifully, Bhagavan says how once you experience the master, the whole way of you perceiving will be completely different. Till you perceive the master, you will have so many questions in your mind from your logical way of thinking. Mind cannot grasp consciousness. If consciousness is lower than the mind can grasp. But mind exists in consciousness. So there can be nothing that the mind can grasp the consciousness. It's like the wave trying to understand the ocean. The wave is part of the ocean, which is the whole. So the wave can never understand the ocean. It just have to merge in the ocean. Same way, we cannot understand the master. We have to just only experience the master. If we try to understand with logic, with the mind, it can never be understood, is what Bhagavan says. Only to confuse enough so that the whole thing settles down. Like how you let the pot of water to settle down all the leaves to float on the water to remove it off. Same way, Master waits for us to settle down so that he can initiate us into the higher superconsciousness. Again and again, Bhagavan says how we stop questioning and start internalizing, we will start into the next space of consciousness. The initiation Bhagavan gives is always available. Only we need to raise ourselves to hold that initiation by constant remember of Paramashiva, our master in a space. Only if we become ripen, then it becomes the fruit, becomes the seed again and starts growing more plants. As long as we are seed and we don't want to open up, there's nothing that can be done. It is just going to be waiting for the seed to open up. How beautifully Bhagavan says that a seed is asking the banyan tree, you show me, then I will open how big I am. The banyan tree says, you open up, then only you will know how big you are. So it goes on and on. Only if the seed takes the turn to open up, and then it will know that slowly and slowly how it is becoming a banyan tree. In this, Bhagavan says how Arjuna was confused and now he's so quiet and settled. He's ready to listen to Krishna to understand the real reality, the existential reality. Once you have the experience of the master, then you will understand the higher signs. The maturity will start happening in you. Till then, the questioning of why is this, why is that, why can't it be like this, why can't it be like that, very logical, very practical, but useless questions. How much ever you ask in the dream the questions, all you need to do is wake up, not answer the question. That was Bhagavan says. hey, I'm not going to answer your questions because all you need to do is wake up. You say, no, I need the answer first, then only I'll wake up. But the answers are not going to lead you anywhere because you're still dreaming, is what Bhagavan says. You say, no, I need the answer to understand to wake up. How can you understand to wake up? This goes on and on till you understand, hey, I have to do something more. Just by answering, getting logical answer, I cannot wake up. Till you start understanding what is that master is even trying to tell you, you will be fighting with yourself, the logical question, and fighting with the master. Once you understand there is nothing to ask here, it is to evolve. How the caterpillar becomes a butterfly. It can't ask a question, how will I be with the butterfly? It just have to decide and let go the caterpillar, then it becomes the butterfly. Only when we let go the space that we are holding, the final ego that we are holding, and Bhagavan says the dark night of the soul, simply Bhagavan will take care. The only reason why we exist, if we come to that level of conclusion, then he really takes care and evolves us immediately into the next space of consciousness. Such a powerful cognition. With that, let's go to the Shastra Pramana. Let's move to the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramanas are the authority of Hinduism, the Vedic Rishi who have a scientist and time tested and verified the science of power manifestations. Power of increasing others' weight, getting heavier. Lord Krishna destroys so many demons, and all the time he becomes very, even though he was a small baby, he became so huge and he became so heavy. His mother also felt many times, and here he, Trinavarta demon, he killed him by becoming so heavy and released everybody from the demon. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 7, Text 26-27. Increasing the weight, we have so many references in Apta Pramana where they have demonstrated their eminence and clearly shown how we can become the Ashtama Siddhis. Let's go to Atma Pramana. We have one more here. It's story of the Trivantra. One day, the mother Yashoda was sitting with the little Krishna on her lap. She suddenly observed that he had assumed the weight of the entire universe. She was so astonished that she had to put the child down in the place and she has to go. In the meanwhile, the demon appeared like a whirlwind and took the child away. The whole tract of land known as Gokula became surcharged with dust. No one could see where the child had been taken, and all the gopis were overwhelmed because he was taken away the dust of storm. Could not carry the child far away, although he also could not drop the child because the child had caught him so tightly. It was difficult for him, the demon, to separate the child from his body. Thus the demon himself fell down from the great height, the child grasping him tightly by his shoulder, and immediately he died. The demon died and everybody got liberated from the demon. As a child, how Krishna fought the demons. The Atma Pramana are Bhagavan's narration and his experience to share with us.
All over the world, every year today we will gather to offer Paduka Puja. Sandal for Paduka Puja. So, sandal and Tirupati Laddu, both will come. It's already on the way. Yesterday itself he has sent. It's happening. All the akshada which disappeared, that is coming first. They are in the pipeline. So today, all the padukas will have vibhuti and kumkum. Celebrating Paduka Puja Day. Welcome you all. And today is Singapore Center's inauguration. To all the satsangis. I am with you all. Here is the list of satsangis. All right, before that you can finish your arati. I'll accept. Come on, today, as the Paduka Day, we should create some intense, really intense, not ordinary intense. Something should be done today to the presence by allowing the whole world to have that beating experience. This time, when this fool threw the shoe, I have decided to allow the whole world to experience my physical presence through this vibhuti and kumkum radiating from padukas. பாண்டியன் பெரம்பால் அடித்த பொழுது பெரம்படியை உலகம் முழுவதும் உள்ள உயிர்கள் தாங்க வைத்து சாநித்தியம் உணர்த்தினோம் இந்த மூடனெறிந்த ஷூவினால். இப்பொழுதும் உலகம் முழுவதும் இந்த சாநித்தியத்தை உணர்த்துவதற்காக விபூதியும் குங்குமமும் பாதுகைகளிலிருந்து வெளிப்படும். Let us do service. Swami Vivekananda translates this sutra as, from that comes minuteness and rest of the powers, glorification of the body, and indestructibility of the bodily qualities. Swami Prabhavananda translates as, hence one gains the power of becoming as tiny as an atom, and all similar powers, also perfection of the body, which is no longer subject to the obstructions of the elements. Swami Sachidananda translates as, from that comes attainment of anima and other siddhis, bodily perfection, and non-obstruction of bodily functions by the influence of the elements. The 8 major siddhis alluded to here are anima, to become very small; mahima, to become very big; lahima, very light; garima, heavy; prapti, to reach anywhere; pragamya, to achieve all one's desire; ishatva, ability to create anything; vasitva, ability to command and control everything.
Here you have devotee Chaya Bharadwaj. She has shown very clearly the increase of your own weight, 76.4 to 76.6. Increase the weight of my house help by 200 grams. Attach the picture. So beautifully she has shared here for Shakshi Pramana. Shakshi Pramanas are the millions of disciple devotees initiated all over the world and experience the powers and sharing their experience. You have one more devotee who has given us made from the partner's tablet heavier, about 40 to 50 grams, Garima power. Thank you, Swamiji. The power of increasing weight of the others. So beautiful. Now let's go to the instruction to manifest the power of Ashta Maha Shakti's power of increasing others' weight, Garima power.
Prataksha Pramana, scientific studies what can be measured measuring the effect of being in enlightenment state. Deadlifting. Powerlifting exercises can be harmful to shoulder, lower back, and knee injuries, from muscle strain, tendons chronic to fractures. The deadlift exercise utilizes the entire posterior chain in the body and is considered one of the most effective full body muscle building exercises. However, deadlifts can pose a risk of spinal damage. Deadlifts place force on the spinal disc, especially when done with heavy weight. If you perform these exercises with a rounded or arched back, the amount of disc compression increases substantially and can result in bulged disc, pinched nerves, or other issues. Preparation and step-by-step personal coaching are necessary for novice who wants to lift heavy weight. Charts are given to indicate the average weight one can lift depending on the gender, height, weight, and level of training. Manifesting powers of Ashta Maha Shaktis, power of increasing the size of others. Mahima, how a Balasans from Nithyananda Gurukul can effortlessly uplift double the weight he should be able to lift for his height, weight, and level of training. Manifesting power of Ashta Maha Shaktis, powers to lift huge weights effortlessly, also known as Lagima, power to make things lighter.
The Shastra Pramana, the direct words of Mahasadashiva, where Sadashiva reveals how this Shakti manifests. It is from the Paushkar Agama, Vidyapada, Patala 6. Lagima shigrage vitvam pankadhavapya majjanam mahima vyapya chasthanam brihadendriyadadribihi. You can take on the stage now.
Yes, so first we have Srinivas, you'll be stepping up, and we'll take your weight first and see where you're at, and then we'll compare that number against the lift that you'll be doing. So if you want to just quickly step up and take your weight.
As you can see, Srinivasan Maharaj, a Rudra of the Nithyananda order, is stepping up on the weighing scale, and you will be seeing, as you can see, he is 54.1 kgs.
So 54 kgs. And on the bar, as I mentioned earlier, I got a little excited talking about this, is 115 kgs. And just to put this into perspective, I actually haven't lifted this weight in over 3 years. So what he's going to be doing is something I haven't trained and done in 3 years. And so I'm excited to see this. What he'll be comparing is up against, and again, this is very logical and there's a lot of numbers involved. He's lifting roughly 120 pounds more than somebody that is a beginner, which is completely insane because I'm assuming he hasn't been training. If I don't know how long he's been training for, but I don't think he's been training very long. And so 120 pounds more than a beginner he'll be lifting, and he's lifting a weight that I haven't lifted in over 3 years. So I'll let him take this.
So that's great. Srinivasa Maharaj, you can come up in the front. You can see Srinivasa Maharaj is getting into the position. As you can see, Srinivasan Maharaj has lifted.
I don't mean to be a stickler for form and all this, but when it comes to training, form is everything. You're going to get much more power if you have like exact form. And I can say his form was not correct, but it didn't matter. That's what's shocking, is that you were able to somehow muster the strength without having the correct base.
And Srinivasan Maharaj is just 54 kgs and he has lifted over 115 kgs just like that without any effort.
Setting up objects for the weighing of others' weight. So a weighing scale, Jnananjan if possible, camera with the timestamp, and a partner, and explain to the partner how this process is going to happen. a few moments to set up your camera, download the timestamp, click on the video, ensure that the time is shown on the screen very clearly. It's in a bright place and a quiet place. The camera is facing your partner and you and the scale where the readings are shown. These are very special moments. Make sure it is recorded. Guidelines to start manifesting the increase of weight of your partner. Start turning on the video camera. Apply the Jnananjan between your eyebrows if you have it, and you can explain to your partner what is going to happen. You're going to increase their weight. Ask them to sit comfortably in front of you. After weighing them, bring awareness to your third eye. Note the weight of your partner twice on the scale to make sure it is accurate. Gaze intensely and gently at the partner sitting in front of you without touching her or him. Through the third eye, change the weight of the partner sitting in front of you to make it heavier. Record his or her weight again twice for accuracy and see the changes happen 5 to 10 units increased. If you're just decreased or increased by only few grams, or you're feeling the energy, you're feeling the vibration, it's excellent to start manifesting the power. But if you can get 5 to 10 units higher than the previous weight, it'll be perfect. Verify the video scales and take pictures authentically and share your powerful cognition and power manifestation video with others and listen to others' experience of the power manifestation.
Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shakti Pada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shakti Pada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada. makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes these external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched, by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you. neutral space which exists in you, you will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being, in the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Maha Sadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye. Again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion, to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency, and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you'll be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Verification process for increasing the weight of your partner. Make sure no video editing is happening on this Shakti Avishkarna Power Manifestation videos. Verify the video is not stopped or restarted in the process of manifestation during the whole time. All videos should be verified with a timestamp. All videos should have a wide angle view covering your partner, yourself, and the weighing scale where the weight measurement is seen clearly. Do not touch your partner during the power manifestation. Do not tamper with the scale. Do not add or remove any items to change the weight of your partner during the whole process. Authentically, 5 to unit change of increase should be visibly seen by this power manifestation to have a perfect Shakti Avishkarna happening. Thank you for participating in this power manifestation.
Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar Manifesting Power Groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The Link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the Power Manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Parameshivam Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham